Greetings, Elder Blacklight, with the kind of flavor that will save you and the kind of knowledge you won't get in college. From the land of Nile to the kingdom of God. I'm so glad that I woke up on time. And the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad put me in my right mind. Now it's time to rise and shine. It's time to gain control of your mind, body, and soul. This is going to be a old school versus new school video. See, I don't have a lot of modern technology. I just got a tablet that I got from my grandson. Android tablet. I don't even have a cell phone. And I got, a lot of recording equipment, but it's kind of old too, compared to Pro Tools, and what they're using now. But I just want to get a point across, and I don't need a lot of fancy devices to get this point across. In recent events, brother Nipsey Hussle was assassinated. He was assassinated, and I believe they got a fall guy take the rap. They say his name is Eric Holder. And the way things is unfolding, it looks like they're trying to hide evidence, cover up. It's my strong belief that the government had a whole lot to do with it. And I think they're trying to start a conflict between gangs and rush into martial law, So the reason why people say he was assassinated varies from family to jealousy to this and that and the other. But I think that Nipsey was following the pattern or blueprint. And you see this right here is Muhammad's imported fish. I'm going to come back with a little commentary. But the main reason why I'm doing this is because you got instigators like Young Pharaoh and other brothers trying to bring the legacy and the importance of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, trying to bring it to an end.
I'm making this video once again giving an example of the power of Master Farad Muhammad through his messenger, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now in this example of the power of Master Farad Muhammad through his messenger, I want to use the Muhammad's Fish program, because the way that we judge a teaching, brothers and sisters, is by the fruit that it bears. Because we're not intelligent enough as black people who yesterday was called Negroes and colored people, and we believed that's who we were and what we were, to now think that black people are smart enough now to judge the teachings simply by the teachings alone. So this is why the yardstick that Jesus gave us to measure a teaching is by the fruit that it bears. Because we can argue all day about the theology of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, but what's plain is the works and the fruits that his teaching bears. And no one, whether they be Orthodox Muslims, whether they be Christians, whether they be Hebrews, whether they be Afrocentric, whatever theology that one believes in, when you put that teaching or that leader up against the works of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, there is not even a second place. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at the Muhammad's Fish Program. Now you can read all about the Muhammad's Fish Program in the magazine called Accomplishment of the Muslims. Now let's look at the Muslims setting up the Muhammad's Fish Program by interviewing the Peruvian ambassador, because the fish that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad selected to import was from Peru. Now, the significance of this interview is that the Peruvian government would not have considered sitting down and talking to the Nation of Islam if the Nation of Islam was not considered as a nation within a nation.
We're gonna pause it right there. This is gonna be a part 3 or 4, because we're gonna take our time with it so we can get a point across. See, nowadays, I wouldn't even join the Nation of Islam. Matter of fact, I'm out of it. But I consider myself an FOI. But I don't consider myself to be a Muslim in the sense of that I have made it, graduated to a Muslim status. Because I'm still in America and I'm doing the will of Uncle Sam more than I'm doing the will of Allah. See, Uncle Sam got a will that's controlling most people, no matter what they call themselves. And if you're a black man, you're going to get abused and misused no matter what you call yourself. Because when the police start to harass you and hassle you, he don't stop to ask you whether or not you're a Hebrew, Israelite, Muslim, Christian, or nothing. Matter of fact, they shot a Christian brother, a police woman, Caucasian, shot a Christian. Matter of fact, it was 2 of them that was killed in recent history. Maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And they were Christians and doing good Christians, they say. But they killed them in cold blood. And that ain't what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is that there's an attack on the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And they're attacking Minister Farrakhan. And a lot of people think Minister Farrakhan brought the nation back. No, he didn't bring the nation back. He set it up for further attacks. Why did he do that? Well, first thing he did was he got with the son of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who hated his father. and was attacking his father. Then when something happened between those two, Minister Farrakhan came back and was fiery, teaching what the old school Muslims thought that was going to be the makings of the resurrection of the Nation of Islam. But Minister Farrakhan got with Jesse Jackson to stop being political. And then when Jesse Jackson had a fallout with the Jews, he implicated Minister Farrakhan, and Minister Farrakhan and the Jews fell out. And then Minister Farrakhan started to retaliate against the Jews' attack on him. So he wrote The Secret Relationship Between the Blacks and the Jews, right? And that angered the Jews further. And they've been attacking Minister Farrakhan on that. And now you got other agents and provocateurs and so forth attacking Farrakhan, but they also attacking the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and all of the Nation of Islam. And so the brothers can't see it that the Nation of Islam is getting set up no matter who your leader is in the Nation of Islam, because you divided yourself into sects. In the Quran it say don't do that. Y'all divided into sects. Some of y'all follow Silas, some of y'all follow Son of Man, Marvin Muhammad. Some of y'all follow various different teachers. So you got the brothers now, the new school brothers now. They not gonna, some of them gonna follow Minister Farrakhan, but they setting Minister Farrakhan up for a fall. He done got with Scientology. He done got with Father Flagger. He's setting his own self up for a fall. So, unless you brothers resume the programs of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the farms, building of a black hospital, then you subject to go down too. This is Black Light. Stay tuned for part 2. This is to be continued.